Hello and thank you for visiting my channel. In today's video recipe, I will show you how I made this awesome Ladyfingers raspberry chocolate cream cheesecake that I called the forest cake because when I looked at it, it just reminded me so much of the forest. And before we go further, if you are interested in such videos, please support my channel by hitting the subscribe button, turn the bell on so that you'd get notifications every time when I upload a new video, and I upload weekly. And let's get started. So first I'm gonna begin with the raspberry filling, and I'm gonna make a little bit more of it because I'm gonna need 3 parts of it. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is beat 1 cup or 240 milliliters of heavy whipping cream until it reaches soft peaks. Then I'm gonna move this to a fridge and I'm gonna combine 904 grams of mascarpone cheese, and I'm also adding 220 grams of cream cheese, and I'm sifting 100 grams of powdered sugar. I'm using powdered sugar because it's gonna provide me with smoother consistency. And I'm warming up 170 grams of raspberry jam. I will link to the recipe in description, and I'm gonna start stirring everything just to combine. Do not over mix. So mixing everything on medium speed, and then while mixing I'm going to add the jam. Now, if you're using a stand mixer for this recipe, make sure that you are scraping the sides of the bowl and you are going all the way to the bottom. Now that the raspberry cream cheese mixture is ready, I'm gonna combine it with the heavy whipping cream and I'm gonna gently fold it. Now, as you can see, this mixture looks just so fluffy and nice. I'm extremely happy with the result. Now, if you can, split the mixture in 3 equal parts and then move them to a fridge. Now it's time to do the first layer of Ladyfingers, and to soak those, I'm gonna combine 1 tablespoon of the raspberry jam and few tablespoons of water. I'll microwave that and then soak all the cookies for no longer than 2 seconds. And then I'm gonna go ahead and arrange those cookies in my cooking cake pan. And on top of the first Ladyfingers layer, I'm going to evenly spread 1/3 of the raspberry cream cheese filling. I'm going to smooth everything out. I find using a spoon very convenient for this purpose. And then if you made a mess on the side of the cake form, just clean it up like I did. Move this to a fridge and let's get the chocolate cream cheese filling started. Things are very similar like with the raspberry cream cheese filling, just with few differences. So begin again by beating 240 milliliters of heavy whipping cream until it reaches soft peaks. And then I'll microwave 100 grams of semi-sweet chocolate chip. You may use whatever chocolate you'd like, and make sure that you're checking on the chocolate because you don't want it to burn. Then leave it on the side and let it cool down. And here I'm only using 220 grams of cream cheese and 280 grams of mascarpone just because I'm not gonna need as much of the chocolate cream cheese filling. Then again, sifting 100 grams of powdered sugar and adding a splash of vanilla flavor. Now, if you have a vanilla bean, you may certainly use the vanilla bean, but I don't happen to have that at the moment. And then I'm just gonna stir everything to combine. Again, it's important that you do not over mix this mixture. And again, if you are using a stand mixer for this recipe, make sure that you're scraping those sides and you're going all the way to the bottom. Then add the chocolate and mix immediately to combine, because if you wait a little bit, the chocolate would most likely harden, so it won't be easy to combine with the rest of the ingredients. Then again, just like we did with the raspberry cream cheese filling, combine it with the whipping cream and gently fold to get this beautiful fluffy moment. And here it is. Now doesn't this just look so good? To soak the second layer of Ladyfingers, I'm gonna combine 1 tablespoon of the chocolate chip and 2-3 tablespoons of water. Then I'll microwave this, hoping that this is gonna look like a hot chocolate. Then I'm taking the cake out of the fridge, and on top I will evenly spread half of the chocolate cream cheese filling. And it's time for the second layer of Ladyfingers. Just like I did with the raspberry layer, I will do the very same thing here, soaking each ladyfinger for no longer than 2 seconds and then arranging them in the pan. And it's time to evenly spread the second third of the raspberry cream cheese filling on top of the second layer of, how I'd like to call it, chocolate ladyfingers. And the rest of the filling, the raspberry and the chocolate, I will move to 2 different piping bags and use those to decorate the cake. Now definitely, most certainly, here use your imagination, but let me show you what I did. So for this, I'll be using the piping flower tip, and here is how I decorated. I used some raspberries also that I filled with the chocolate cream cheese filling, and it turned out just so cute. And after you're done with decorating, make sure to move that to a fridge for at least 12 hours. But the longer it stays, the better it will get. And here I decided to try this raspberry, and oh my gosh, it's just so good. And the next morning I decided to give this a little extra forest looking type of moment to my cake, so I used those basil leaves. I know it sounds weird, but the basil leaves just gave this extra freshness to my cake. You can definitely use mints for this purpose, and then using a toothpick I gave those raspberry jam drops to my cream cheese raspberry flowers because they just have this a little lighter color, so I decided that it would be really cute. And I absolutely love this decoration, but like I said, definitely use your imagination, and if you'd like, do your own thing or follow this. And as you can see, I made a smaller version of this cake for the sake of the video because the big one I made for somebody else, so I couldn't cut it on camera. So definitely when you're removing the ring, make sure that you pass a knife through and be very gentle. Maybe wet the knife a little bit and then remove the ring. And if you wish, you can use a spatula to smooth out the sides, or you can just serve the cake this way because it still looks really good. I decided at the last moment to decorate the sides with a few more basil leaves to make it look even more foresty. But that's the result. The cake form that I use is 9 by 3 inches, so this cake will serve about 20 people, so it will be enough for some special occasion. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. If you have not had the chance yet and you wish, please hit the subscribe button. Do not forget the bell, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.